a beautiful young girl, which brought him a mandate, which states, in order for this relationship to continue to take place, he must learn how to communicate, which makes me feel a little uneasy, though. Dealing with these breezies was never impossible. She just requires the communication that became an obstacle in my life a couple of months ago. Dealing with this girl I thought was comfortable, but only wanted my bills like Buffalo. Or this girl I knew years ago. I admit, I shed tears, though. I drunk a whole lot of beer, though, to drown the pain. But its results was weird, yo. Because it formulated a tough shell which surrounded my cardiovascular muscle, which restricted the pumps of love it gave off, which brought me to this tussle, this wrestle, that I fight within. And when I fight within, she fights with me. Why does she fight with me? Doesn't she see that when I fight within, I fight to win for the both of us? Or she'd rather suspiciously say that
he has no trust in us, and I've just about had enough. Is this love? Or what? I'm calling this bluff. This pain in my heart is far too real, and yet still, he doesn't see that his lack of communication kills. There was a crack in the planet, an earthquake straight to my core. This cold stab of silence creeping through my veins and straight to my brain and telling me I'm not enough. It's killing me inside. This communication thing has got me crushed, and by the looks of it, this relationship is flushed. I'm not asking for much, just communication. Through sight, through words, and even through touch. Just love me. I can't breathe. Talk to me. Open up to me. The silence is killing me. Slowly. Slowly. Slowly.
by now she should know me. I put God before her, myself below me, her before me. I tell her I love her, and she says,
show me.
She's more than a homie. You see, the root to the situation is that she claims I lack communication. How insane is that? My lips is moving, my tongue is jumping, my gums are bumping. Obviously, I'm saying something. but real talk, we talk all the time. What at least she does about how much I need to open up, and that thought has me speechless. This insecurity I have, I know I must rid. It's like I'm blaming her for what these other girls did. And to be honest, with no fear, along with that burden that stressed me, has me thinking that all girls are out to get me. With a diabolical plot embedded in their brains, brought me to the conclusion that all women are the same.
I have the ability to give him the world, but he's got to stop comparing me to every single girl. The world's greatest emotional catastrophe is about to take place. If my heart keeps facing his cold shoulder, eventually it's going to break. Earthquake, shoot ice into my brain, strike the wrong intentions to my brain. Why am I paying for her mistakes? All I do is give while he takes. It's instilling hatred in the most ironic place. I don't know if you can see it in my face, but I'm the world's biggest fool. It's like expecting 3 blind mice to see, expecting a starfish to speak, let alone thinking a Band-Aid could clot this internal bleeding. I'm drowning in my own blood down to this pain I've lost all feeling, and now I'm fading. Slowly. Slowly.
Coldly, my shoulder gets more intense. You can tell she's stressed, but she won't show it. I contemplate in my head to do what's best, but she don't know it. It's not like she's giving me a reason to not trust her. I can feel her faithfulness even when I touch her. Its warmth reaches out for me to be free from neglect, to accept. But still I contemplate in my head this risk I take.
This pain, this ache has me more fragile than a snowflake. My heart's so tangible with a beat of its own. Second-degree murder victim to a heartbreak full-blown.
Trusting another is like taking a dive into the unknown, or tiptoeing on a thin line of fabric which needs to be sewn. It's crystal clear that I'm feeling her, but I fear that my lack of faith is what's killing her.
A slow internal death will awaken me, as pale as the Arctic lands might make them awaken.
So here I stand, with a decision that'll alter both our plans. Are my insecurities more important? I mean, ask yourself, would you want blood on your hands?
Anxious I stand with my heart in my hands. Cold, gray, dry and shriveled, colorless, lonely and quivered I am. This wall he has against me, his armor was dressed to kill. His fatal whispers to my screaming soul crept down my spine with the coldest chill.
I know what I gotta do. It's not a matter of hope. Yeah, and I know what I must do. But I won't, I can't. Don't judge me! If you were to walk in my shoes, you'll feel my pain. You'll understand, ain't no umbrella around here that can catch my rain. Look, my girl's a fighter. She's a survivor. She's one of a kind. Change is gonna come. I just need some time.
He wants